Hi Graham, just a very quick sort of video just to show you generally the approach to positioning holes on parts using the tri-ball in Ironcad. Just bring in a slab from the shape catalogue, not going to be too particular about the physical size of it. But for instance, if we drop a hole from the catalogue and we just position it on here, sometimes it goes around the wrong way, the way you don't want it to go, so just obviously pick on the end and go perpendicular to face, so that I position it in the right position. So typically the way you can do this is, there are several ways. F10, it brings up the tri-ball, as you know. If I actually pick on the actual sort of axis on the tri-ball that I want to move and drag with the right mouse button and just say move here, and I could say okay, I want to move it there 25 and say okay. And then maybe I want to bring it this way and I'll say move here, and I'll say let's bring that in 15 and say OK. So that's the position for that hole. If we actually leave the control handles on the hole like so, and then go to annotation and go to smart dimension, and then just pick on the hole till it goes green, and then pick the edge you want to dimension it to. Likewise, pick on this one here, pick on that one there. And if you can hover into these, over these, and you can press the right mouse button and lock. So if we pick those two and lock them, what you'll see now in actual fact is that if we actually move the plate, the hole stays in relation to the edge of the plate, so it's locked in position. So that's a way of actually sort of locating holes onto parts. That's one way of doing it. Let's just put a blend. So if I go feature here and we just go blend, and I'll also put a blend on here. I'll make it say 40, that'll do. I'll make it a bit big, let's make it 30. And say OK. So we've got a blend there. If you want to position a hole in the middle of that blend, you can actually just pick the actual hole from the cylinder, press the shift key and drag and drop it onto the edge there, and it'll automatically go to the center of that radius there. So you can do it that way as well, by holding the shift key as you drag the part into the scene. That's one way of doing that. Another way of putting holes in here is if we actually drop a cylinder on this face here, like so, and again I just need to rotate that back perpendicular to the face, like so. You'll notice now if I press the F10, at the top of the tri-ball you've got this plane, and if you actually just press with the right mouse button and drag it, you'll see that you get distance 1 and distance 2 come up. So you can actually sort of you can put the values in here. So if we say move here, I can say I want distance 1 to be say 20, and I want distance 2 to be, let's say 12, and go OK. So basically we've actually positioned the hole using that feature there. And again, if you want to lock it in position, make sure the control handles are still active, and then go to annotate again, smart dimension, pick up on the edge of the hole and drag to the edge there. Likewise do the same for this one here to there. Hover over them again and select lock like so, and now if you actually pick the edge of this, you'll see that they change with it as well. So you can do it that way as well. You notice this hole here didn't change. Basically I didn't actually dimension it from the edge. So if I actually go to annotate and go smart dimension again and just pick it on here, so let's pick smart dimension, pick the edge of the hole there, and let's say move it to there, and that's not what I wanted to do, beg your pardon. Let's do that again, smart dimension, pick up on here and move it to the edge here, and let's make that, let's lock that one, and do the same for this one. Smart dimension, lock, let's make that 30, apply, OK. So now that should be in the center, and I'll just hover over these again and press lock. So they're both locked. So that means now that if I actually if I come in here now and move this, that hole will go with that as well. So that's a way of actually constraining features to edges or other features like blends as we've got here within IronCAD. I hope that sort of helps a little bit. If you've got any other questions, as I said before, just give me a call. I'm back in the office next Tuesday now, but if you need me in the meantime, you can always drop me an email and I'll endeavour to respond as soon as I can. And I hope that's been of some help, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers, Graham.